Your proudest moment.
Oh Christ! I haven't thought about this. Can we stop?
No, don't stop. You'll be fine. Annie, what's your proudest moment?
I think it was when we went to the Business Awards, and because I know what we do, and you've been put forward. I don't know who nominates for the Business Awards.
Is that the one with Fiona Phillips?
No, that was he was on the telly.
The other one. So when I won Birmingham's
Businessman of the Year.
Yeah.
We were there. I went there.
No, you didn't go to that one.
No, I did. There's a picture of me in my black suit next to you and Fiona Phillips.
No, that's a different one.
That wasn't Businessman of the Year. That was when we won a startup award.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Best New Business of the Year.
Yeah. But I think it was because we were on this table and Pete kept saying, I'm not going to win. I mean, there were some amazing people in there. And we were all just really getting absolutely drunk. Anyway, like we were really going for it. And it came to the category and they called out your name and I couldn't have been prouder.
Oh, bless you.
And I think because I know what we do.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference to us every day. But just for you to get that acknowledgement after, especially what you'd been through, I was proud.
That was probably that was one of my proudest moments. Actually, people take awards as not much.
It was more because the award wasn't for being a businessman. It was being known to everybody how much you care and that the fact our business changed lives. It really, really does. And so it was a really proud moment.
I liked that business awards that we went to then with Fiona Phillips.
Yeah. That was good.
But one of my proudest moments, which is also probably one of the funniest, is when we were at George Road. And I remember that one day after working at the house and bending people over the bath, when we finally got the premises, I remember walking down the stairs one day after, a few months. I think Annie was on reception, Pete was doing a consultation in the office. And I stood on the stairs and I saw people there and I saw Annie. And in my head, I thought, oh my God, it's a proper business. And I remember saying, oh my God, it's a proper business. It like at that moment.
So we were basically just winging it at the start.
Well, it felt like we were because it didn't seem real, did it?
No.
And I just remember that feeling. I come running down to you and went, Pete, we've got a proper business, and you laughed, didn't you? You pissed yourself laughing. But it was that moment when I thought, oh my God, this is real. This is us actually living our dream and doing what we want to do. And I remember that because I know we laughed a lot about that, didn't we?
You used to say it for years, didn't you?
I know, but even now, sometimes, occasionally, when I see something different, I still say it. I know, oh my God, look how proper this business is.
I know.
But it's really proper now.
It is.
21 years later, it should be.
Yeah.
I think it's a couple really. Olivia, obviously speaking at her funeral, was probably one of my proudest moments, and the Nikki story actually.
Oh God, that
Nikki
broke everybody's heart. That one.
Nikki Bell. So she basically we had. I remember the girls on reception said, "Look, this woman's coming. It's a Monday night, and she's come in.
She came in off the street, didn't she?
She
didn't make an
she crying her
appointment.
eyes out. She had no hair, stuff like that. I need to see somebody. I got her in the office, and she just said, "I've got 3 or 4 months to live, and I want to die with a bit of dignity, and I just want some hair before I die. I've been fighting cancer for years, and I've had enough of it now." And I think and I watched the video back, I showed her sister actually and her daughter the video of it, and when I said, look, I can do something for you and blah blah blah, and just in the video it actually says, but how much will it cost? And I actually said, absolutely fuck all.
Oh, she sobbed
her heart out. She went, but I thought it was going to cost thousands. And I said, look, we can't charge people who are going through shit. So we'll always look after you and do everything we can. And we pulled some strings. And I think within 2 or 3 weeks, we got back in. And
Jade fitted it.
Jade fitted it. And that big picture at work.
With Jade and hugging her.
And remember the difference you make. A sister... because I told her sister about it, obviously after she died, and I went to the funeral and stuff like that. And her sister came back and seen me. She had a photo taken in front of it.
Yes.
And apparently, I never got to know Nikki well, really. I only did that.
Oh, it broke Jade.
Jade
massively.
Really Jade always has big relationships.
Jade has huge relationships.
She's got the hugest heart.
Absolutely.
The biggest heart.
We've got the right girl to be doing.
She's the one that does all that for children and cancer women, really.
And I don't know how she doesn't break.
I don't. She's made of strong stuff, that girl.
She is. For a young lady,
I know. She's just so good. Yeah.
And she cares so much.
Yeah, definitely.
She handles them brilliantly as well, the kids. The way she talks to them. And she always said the secret was never to talk to them about what's actually going on with them.
Yeah.
Talk to them about everything else, and that's how she handles it. And they love that. They don't want to talk about it when they're having their hair done.
Well, I think the most important thing is that when they lose their hair, it is more important than the cancer.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, it is. Yeah. Definitely. They want their identity. They want to keep that bit of dignity.
Yeah, definitely. Right till the end.
Yeah.
So getting away from, obviously, we don't start crying again.
No, we don't. I've only got a little bit of glue on my eyelashes today.
Right, so something not a lot of people know about each other.
Oh, about each other.
Yeah. So what they don't know about you or you, and we got to keep it clean. It can't be smutty.
Right.
I think you know everything about me.
Do you mean because you two know everything about me?
Do you mean what other people don't know? What other people might not know?
Right, okay.
What, that I was on Wheel of Fortune?
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
You can find it. I think people still see it on online now.
But you won so much. You're very intelligent.
I'm very, very intelligent.
Well, we all know that.
No, you're not.
I'm very clever, actually.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
No, it was good. But I was blonde at the time, blonde curly hair with blue eyeshadow. I was very 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. But now I won a lot of money on there.
You did. You did really well.
Quite proud of that.
I think you could have gone home with one of the presenters as well.
Well, maybe. And I used to win loads of karaoke competitions, didn't I?
Yeah, you were a singer.
That's it. Yeah, rock songs and stuff like that. What about you, Manny?
Well, I'm a shocking singer, so that's not going anywhere. Did Irish dancing for years, won a lot of medals.
Been engaged 6 times.
Been engaged quite a lot. Bit of Zsa Gabor in me, I think. I based my life on Zsa.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Or Elizabeth Taylor, as the case may be. I trained as a counsellor as well, which I think really helps in the job I do.
That does actually really help.
But I think, it's just, I've got a big Irish background and I'm very passionate. Jesus Christ, don't you
to go big ass.
No,
got a big ass.
But I'm very proud of that. And I think the one thing that, it's not really to do with anything about me, but the one big thing, I've lost my some very close members of my family over the last few years. And I will say, the counselling side helped me, and I see a lot of people in the last few years that have lost people through COVID and all of these things. And I think, my passion for what I do at work is what keeps me ticking over and keeps me sane.
Definitely.
We're not sane. None of us are sane in Optima
No.
But I think,
crazy.
the friendship side. So the Irish dancing, the counselling wasn't on the telly. Was I ever on the telly? No, I don't think so. But
Most Wanted, probably.
Yeah, Most Wanted.
Crime Watch.
Yeah, and I've had a lot of engagement parties.
Yeah, that's it.
A lot.
I know.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying what mine is.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was on dinner date.
That was all me. That was I made you do that.
And that has been.
They rang me straight away as soon as I listened. You made me apply, and they filmed me that night.
I know they did. It was brilliant.
That was embarrassing. I still get noticed for it now.
Not in a good way.
No.
I went to a football do, and where I used to live, obviously I had Mark Albrighton and Ashley Westwood, who used to play for Villa and Leicester. And I remember going to a football do with them, and as I walked through, I got Mark on my right, Ashley on my left, and we walked through and we're chatting away, and this woman's just pointing. And I thought, well, obviously you're pointing, Mark had just won the league and, stuff like that. And as she's pointing, as I walked over, she's gone, "The geezer off dinner date, you're him off dinner date." And she started screaming. And I was like, famous footballers can do one, that's it. I was right on top of that. That was great. And I also...
Excuse me.
I like to withdraw money and go out and give it to the homeless as well.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good thing to do.
Oh, that's another lovely thing, is what you do at Christmas.
I know.
You always do that at Christmas, don't you? Go and pay for somebody's shopping.
Mad things, yeah. I try and do it at least once a month. Obviously, just at the checkout, pick the oldest people I can find.
I know.
Why don't you find me and Kaz in there? That would be all right.
We don't live in the same area.
What made me laugh though, most of them are like, "Oh my God, you're amazing. That is so nice." But the other one was like, What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Please don't do this. I don't trust you.
Well, I had these old girls. It was they're older than you two. So I had these old girls, and they were in their late 80s. I think they were sisters or something like that. And of course, I paid for their shopping. and they actually turned around to me and said, if we were 30 years younger, we'd show you how appreciative we are.
Just 30.
I love that.
So I was just like shocked, but I did it a couple of weeks ago to this old couple, and yeah, it was weird. She was literally just in the supermarket, and I paid for their shopping. And I said, look, it's nice to be nice, which it always is. And she and I put all my stuff through, and she waited. And then she gave me her discount card because she'd worked at the store for years.
Oh, yeah.
And I got 50% off of my shopping.
Yeah. So that's proper paying it forward.
So it is literally like you say, like you pay it forward.